Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Canopy Humidifier. I just got it in the mail a couple days ago, so this is the first time I'm going to be taking a look. So for those of you who don't know, there's two different types of humidifiers. There's evaporative and ultrasonic, and the Canopy is an evaporative. And the reason I decided to go with the Canopy and the evaporative humidifier is because the ultrasonic versions put out like this visible mist, and the thing about that is it can leave a lot of watery residue on your furniture and the walls and just anything that's kind of nearby. Whereas the evaporative humidifier uses a tiny fan to like wick up the moisture through a filter and then evaporate it with the fan. So there's no visible mist and it's not really leaving as much of a mess. So it comes with this little card that explains what's in here. We are anti-mist. They use filters to filter out any bacteria or minerals that are in the water. And they have this anti-mold system built in, which is a UV light that shines onto the water in the reservoir and supposedly kills the bacteria. Another reason why I wanted to check out this humidifier is because I was really concerned about mold and having to clean the humidifier super often. So what's great about this is it has that UV light to kill any bacteria, which will prevent mold. You can actually wash a lot of the parts in the dishwasher, which will prevent any washing. And also there is a function that keeps the fan running until all the water is evaporated, which also supposedly prevents mold. So I was looking at a couple of other humidifiers on the market. I know there's a couple of popular brands with houseplant people, but those are all ultrasonic, and I could see that they were kind of complicated to clean, so I didn't want to deal with that. So on top you have this little haiku box, which I think is the oil diffuser that comes with it. So let's take a look. Everything's branded really well. Super cute. Okay, so there's like these little tubes of oils that you can place onto the top of the humidifier, onto this little stone, I think, and then that will evaporate the oil and it can act as like an oil diffuser. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but we'll see. And then the other box, I think, is just the charger. Here's the humidifier. It's wrapped in paper, which I love because it's sustainable, and you could probably just recycle this. How do I get this out? Okay, it's gonna come out in pieces. So here's the tank for the water. Here's like the upper part that contains the fan inside. And then the base. So this spongy looking thing is the filter, and you actually have to replace these, I think, once every 45 days. They have like a subscription system, and I think they're maybe like $10 each, but I can put a link in the comments. So that's one negative about evaporative humidifiers, is that you have to replace the filter, but it's also a positive in a way, because then you're filtering your water, so you're not having like hard water scale and things like that deposited into your air that you breathe. Okay, so don't tip the humidifier because the water will spill out of it. Okay, here we go. So I have the humidifier all set up and plugged in. I just filled it up with tap water because there's that filter in there, so you don't have to worry about adding distilled water or anything like that, which I think is also great because with the evaporative or the ultrasonic humidifiers, you have to put in distilled water, or else it's just evaporating everything that's in the water into your house. And with this, you only have to put in tap water, and that'll get filtered through that paper filter. So you don't have to worry about any contaminants or bacteria or anything like that getting into your air. So another concern I had with this was the noise level, because obviously there's a fan running to evaporate the water all the time. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's on medium and it's pretty loud. It almost sounds like you just have like the air conditioner running in the background. I think most days I wouldn't notice it. Once it's on high, it gets pretty intense. So what I would probably do is just keep it on auto, which I think is just meant to keep an optimum humidity level in your apartment. So the relative humidity in my house is currently showing at 59, which is actually really high for my apartment. Generally it's like 40 or maybe lower even. So what I'm going to do is set this near my plants and near the humidity gauge, and I'll come back in a couple hours and see how much that has changed. So it's been a couple hours now of having the humidifier running on auto. The humidity gauge, which was previously reading at 59, is now reading at about 66. It's a little on the high side, but I think as it gets into the afternoon and the sun really starts to heat up the apartment, it'll probably go down a little bit. But so far I've been really happy with the humidifier. But like I said, it's only been a couple hours, so I think time will really tell. And I'll be back in probably about a month to do a follow-up review to see if this is something that is really working for